Welcome back to another Benchwarmers episode. Now, God save the King. That was one thing that wasn't said during the England game, was it, Matt? Obviously, we're covering the international break, and we're speaking all things England. They played the 2 games. Thomas Tuchel's first 2 games in charge, and we both did get a win, didn't we? England both got a win. I can't speak, but yeah, let's just take it away. I want to speak about was this the worst international break ever? Because I didn't see no advertisements whatsoever on TV. Nothing. I only watched the England games. What are your thoughts, Matt? Just quickly.
Didn't watch them. International breaks, I think they have a fairly hated reputation, don't they? People normally don't like an international break mid-season, especially towards the end of the Prem, right? You don't want to see a 2-week break when a title race is going on. But, like you said, I didn't see any advertisement for it. I only figured it out because, Dan Burn got the call up to England.
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing. And, I'm not really a fan of it at all.
Did you watch the England games at all?
I watched Latvia's one. Yeah. I didn't watch Albania.
Me too, yeah.
But I'll be honest, by the sound of it, it's just the same old boring England, isn't it? I mean, we win, but it's just the most boring play you'll ever watch.
No, I would say the building blocks are forming, Matt. I feel like there's positive signs. Thomas Tuchel has sort of changed it ever so slightly. For me, Marcus Rashford, even though he didn't score, he sort of, all the play was going down towards that left-hand side, and he was creating the most chances, especially in that Latvia game. He had 14 crosses in that one game. I don't know why he had 14. In total,
maybe because Latvia are a weak country.
That's an idea. But I think in total we probably only had 2 good crosses in the game, where we sort of created half decent chances. But other than that, he didn't really do much. Do you think he did enough to get into the squad, Matt? Marcus Rashford?
Well, who's normally our left winger?
Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, I think Gordon got injured, right?
Okay.
If Gordon wasn't injured, Rashford would not be starting. I think Rashford's just snuck in there on a technicality.
What about Phil Foden on the left wing? I know he's usually a right winger, isn't he?
Where has Phil Foden been this year?
Jack Grealish, someone like that?
No, not him either. Just get Anthony Gordon fit and just put him on the left.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like Marcus Rashford. Maybe are we missing anybody? Marcus Rashford is a good player. Don't get me wrong. He has been good for Aston Villa so far. Since he's signed for Aston Villa, he has been good. I think he's sort of just trying to. He's waiting to, break that goal drought sort of thing, because he hasn't scored for a while now. He hasn't scored in 7 games for Aston Villa.
He just needs to find his form.
No. He has got a few assists. I think he is in form. He's starting to build it. It's just waiting for that first goal to come, really.
Yeah. No, I'd probably agree with you there.
Okay, then. Next conversation, right? I want to move on to Reece James, because he scored that worldie free kick, didn't he, in the Latvia game to open the score. What did you think about that goal, Matt?
Like you said, absolute worldie, right? Bended it. I think it swooped as well, top right corner. No chance for keeper. And I think that's the first goal Reece James has scored in how long?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you. I know there's a massive stat around him and England where he hasn't started a game for England for 2.5 years. And that is so surprising. I had to take a step back there.
Is it surprising though, considering his injury report?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's got a very bad injury record, and for me, I don't get the whole debate around Trent and Reece James.
No, that's a forced debate. That is such a forced debate. We all know Trent's clear. I think the Chelsea fans and whoever else who follows James, they're just saying it to keep him relevant. I think Trent has been miles ahead of Reece James for the past 4 years now. There's no way they're still comparing each other.
It's always a tricky one because, Reece James, he has got those injury problems, but people do say, on his day, he's one of the best right-backs in the league.
Yeah, but his last day was years ago.
Yeah, I do agree, but there's a saying where, consistency overrules the injury problems. Well, it's not really a saying. Consistency overrules injury problems for me. I don't know what a saying is, to be honest with you. I just completely messed up with that saying. But yeah, I feel like consistency. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been doing it non-stop. He's been winning trophies, and he's just a better player.
He is a better player.
Okay, he might not be good at defending. We've all seen that. When he's on one-on-ones against left wingers, he gets caught out sometimes. Trent does. But, overall, he's the better player.
No, I'd agree. And speaking of Trent, right, what's this talk? All these rumours. Going to La Liga.
Going to Real Madrid more like. Not just going to La Liga.
Going to the La Liga team.
He's not going to Real Betis, is he, Matt? Going to Real Madrid, one of the best teams in the world, and that is absolutely crazy.
He's good. What's the whole reason Liverpool fans are mad. Hey, he's leaving on a free transfer, right? I did not expect him to go on a free transfer. But, we have seen him the past, 2 years now, run down his contract at Liverpool. So he hasn't been re-signing, waiting for this, offer from Real to come. And now he's a free transfer for them if he gets the deal signed by the end of the week.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why Liverpool fans are so hurt, because it's a free transfer. They're not getting any money for him. They'll probably cost Real Madrid around, I'm going to roughly say, 250 to 300k a week wages, I would say. So yeah, they're not getting any money at all. Whereas compared to Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, if they were to sell them, they'll probably get, I don't know what, 60 plus million for each player. So I think they're so upset with Trent Alexander for that one reason. But how do you think? How do you rate his time in the Premier League, Matt? Just roughly.
I think I can't criticise Trent, can you? I mean, he's helped that Liverpool team come to where they are now, hasn't he? He's been a vital player. Him, Salah and Van Dijk, they are the pillars of Liverpool, right? Maybe you can chuck Alisson in there in recent years. But Trent's been there. He's helped them win, Champions League, Prem? Has he won a Prem with them?
One Premier League.
So he has won a champ and he's won them a Prem. So I don't...
This season.
Look, I understand where the hate is coming for him. Yes, it is a bit of a snake move to do for your own boyhood club where you've said you don't want to leave. But at the same time, you have to praise the man and give credit where credit's due. He has brought your team as a top table team.
Yeah, I think that's also the extra element which sort of hurts a little bit, because he's a boyhood hero essentially, isn't he? He's won so much with Liverpool, and he is one of their star players. The way he can sort of just be a midfielder from the right back position. He's basically the David Beckham of right backs, isn't he, in the league? He has been one of the best players in the league in that position. Ahead of Kyle Walker at times, ahead of who else is there at right back? Kieran Trippier. You got Reece James, of course. Livramento. I don't know who else there is. Ezri Konsa, sometimes he plays there, but not really. He's not an out-and-out right back. So yeah, I feel like Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to be missed in the league, because some of the passing he can do, some of the assists he can make, it's going to be very good for Real Madrid. And his sort of combination with Jude Bellingham, Rodri on that right hand side, and Mbappe. I think it's more of a striker now for Real Madrid, but you know what I'm trying to say. That sort of combination he can have with the centre backs and the midfielders can be so impressive now, and really frightening for everybody else in the Liga and in the world, for Champions League, that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, because that Real Madrid, they are basically building Galacticos 2.0, aren't they?
Essentially, aren't they?
They are literally building a super team. I think they're really scary going into the next Champions League if they get Trent, plus whoever else they make in a free transfer or a transfer in the summer.
Yeah, because if you look at our Real Madrid team, the only position you'd say is the weakness would be right back, because previously...
Well, no, because Carvajal, he's not bad. He's just old.
Exactly, no, that's the main point. Carvajal, right, he's not a bad player at all, but he's sort of decreased in his form has decreased because he's so old. He's got to be in his late 30s now, well, 33, 34, which is late-ish for a football player, you know what I mean? So I feel like that was the one area they'd probably say needs improving. But yeah, it's really a tricky one. I feel like because Liverpool have Conor Bradley, right back, it's not as bad if they lost Mohamed
wait and see.
Or Van Dijk.
You got to wait and see though if Conor Bradley's actually as good as people are saying he is, because there's a big legacy to fill in Trent's shoes.
No, yeah, most definitely. But all I'm saying is, Liverpool would have a bigger drop off if they lost Mohamed Salah or Van Dijk.
I don't think they would. I really don't think they would. Trent's 26, right? He's young. He's not even in the prime of his career yet, because prime years is 28. Salah, he's over 30. He's 32, 33. Yeah, Van Dijk's 33.
Yeah.
They're both old. I think losing one of them, it wouldn't affect them as much. But Trent, he could have stayed there for another 6 years easily.
Okay, I think what I'm trying to say is, with Salah, you got to think about the goals. He scored 30
can be
40
replaced.
Goals. No. Okay, he scored 30, 40 goals, 50 goals this season, right? He's got 54 goal contributions, I'm pretty sure. Something around that figure. Where you're not going to replace a world-class talent in Salah anytime soon. He's one of the best players in the league, Mohamed Salah. It's so difficult.
And what has he got them this year?
Premier League. Premier League.
Yeah, but if he was that good, he would have got them more than the Premier League.
They almost won the Carabao Cup. Who knows,
but they didn't, did they? But they didn't, did they?
Okay, you can gloat about that later. We're still talking about England for now. Okay, that moves me on to my next topic. just quickly, Harry Kane scoring a few goals this season, or
Standard.
in the international break. I can't speak. Is it just standard? Is he going to continue to be England's number one?
Standard from him. I think he will be a number one. He has been number one for how many years? I think Harry Kane. You're not going to find another striker like that in a few years, maybe a couple generations. But he's quite pivotal. Yes, he's been playing badly here and there, especially last year under Southgate, playing as like a centre mid, centre forward, nowhere near striker. But when Harry Kane is on it, and he has been on it this year, he is by far the world's best striker at the moment.
Okay then, so how many years do you reckon Harry Kane's got left?
How old is he now?
In top professional football, he's probably like, 31, 32?
Well, then
Something like
easily,
that.
if Salah's still doing it at 33, 34, Kane can do it for another 3-4 years.
3-4 years, I might have to agree. I'll probably say like 2 or 3 more years, but I don't think 4. I think 4 years might be a bit of a stretch.
Right? I reckon
But-
he'll go to the next Euros, and then
Next
he'll
Euros?
call it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think he's going to miss out on that, will he? Okay, then just to end off the Harry Kane section, it's only a short one. Where would you rank Harry Kane in all-time England players? Do you think he's the best player? Do you think he's below the likes of Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Gary Lineker as a striker? Who knows?
So this is without my bias.
Yeah, about your bias, of course.
Good question.
He's better than Phil Foden.
Who is the number one England player of all time? Well, would you say Bobby Moore just because he's won us a World Cup?
He's definitely deserved a shout, doesn't he, Bobby Moore? He's won the World Cup. He was one of the best players in that tournament.
Okay.
But I haven't watched him play, so it's sort of difficult to judge, you know?
I'll give my personal top 5 or top 3.
Do
keep
top
it
3,
short.
top 3.
I don't think Kane's in my top 3. I'd go Lampard.
Okay,
I'd go Rooney,
okay,
and then I'd go Shearer.
okay. So that's 2 midfielders, 1 striker. You're missing out Harry Kane there.
Are you
Why
really sure that's two midfielders? Lampard, Rooney, and Shearer.
Oh, you said Rooney. I thought you said Gerrard. Okay, sorry, my bad.
No.
So 2 strikers, 1 midfielder. Okay, I do sort of somewhat agree, but I feel like Harry Kane gets over Shearer just because he scored probably more goals in that time, and he's. But then again, you could argue, Harry Kane doesn't turn up in big moments for England, whereas Alan Shearer might have previously, like in the. I might get the year wrong. 2000? No, not 2000. Is it 2004 World Cup? Did he go to that one, or was it like 2000 or something? I can't remember which one he turned.
I think it was 2004.
I don't know. I feel like that's too late for Alan Shearer. I don't know, but he did something good in like 1996 or something. I could be wrong. But yeah, I feel like Harry Kane has done so well. He stayed in the England team for like what 10, 12
now,
years
yeah.
maybe, 10, 12 years. So he's done it for a while. Scored so many good goals. I think it comes down to like what playing style you prefer, and do you prefer like Alan Shearer to Harry Kane, or do you prefer Wayne Rooney? I don't know.
I mean, it's just. I think Rooney was a bit more extravagant. That's the word. I think he had a bit more flair than Harry Kane. Harry Kane seems a bit robotic and stiff.
Yeah.
Whereas Rooney was a bit more fluid on the ball. But either way, they're both goal machines.
Yeah, no, I do agree about Rooney. I feel like Rooney probably is up there as well with first. I think it's Rooney versus Kane for me, and I feel like Rooney had the more overall like well-rounded game to his
He had the more
football
talent.
ability. He had the more talent. He had more to his game, realistically.
Yeah.
So that ends the debate of that. We spoke about Trent. Should we speak about Eze quickly, just because he scored a goal? Do you reckon he'll get into the 20-man squad? I know it's a bit early.
Yeah,
but
we keep this
reckon-
segment short because let's be honest, Eze is not really a big talking point this year,
no,
especially after losing his beloved friend Elise to Bayern Munich.
he's doing good for France.
He is doing very good.
Yeah.
But Eze, he probably will sneak into that squad. If Jordan Henderson can sneak in, Eze will sneak in, won't he?
I don't know, because I just feel like there's players above him. Like you've got Phil Foden, Saka, sort of similar position-ish.
Injured, flopped.
Morgan Rogers. You got you got Gibbs White. I feel like there's more players ahead of him.
Okay, Gibbs White was probably the only one I'd say you should put over Eze at the moment. But again, at the same time, it's not us. It's not down to us. It's Tuchel as a manager. If he sees Eze being a player who can give us trophies in international competitions, then you got to put faith in that.
Yeah, and there's also another like I don't know, a year and a half roughly for the Euros or for the
Yeah.
World Cup. So you got to think about that as well.
Now, can we move on?
Okay.
Can we move on?
He's been waiting a while, hasn't
Please.
he? He's been waiting a while to discuss this.
I need to talk about the man from Blythe, Big Dan Burn. Obviously,
Go on then.
a Newcastle player. Obviously, massive fan of Newcastle. What do we think? I know what you think. You know what I'm thinking about. What do we think? Come on, Share your opinions.
Well, you
This
know,
past week for Dan Burn, what's it been like?
yeah, Dan Burn, he did all right for England getting his first cap. His first cap. He didn't do too bad. I think he's 31 now, so it's a bit of a late sort of
Late bloomer.
late bloomer, some might say. But yeah, fantastic. What a week! You can't get a better week than getting his first cap for England and winning the Carabao Cup for Newcastle.
That is
can ya?
right.
Aye,
We have
aye.
won the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. Smashed them, by the way. That performance, we absolutely dominated them. And you can't even lie, we absolutely
Yeah.
smashed them. And obviously, Dan Burn scored a goal in the final, got the England call up, and then now he's playing for England, which is a dream he's had since a child.
Yeah, I sort of want to disagree with you because you're a Newcastle fan, right?
Of course
But
you would, though.
There's no way I can disagree with that performance because Newcastle were on the ball. They were the way better team the whole game. Liverpool didn't have a chance. They were literally the worst team in that game.
See, we wanted it. We were hungry for that trophy.
Yeah.
First trophy in 70 years. Well, first domestic trophy in 70 years. And
Yeah.
we smashed it. Isak and Dan Burn, what players, man? Statues for both of them.
Yeah, man to man, Newcastle were the better players in the whole 11v11. I couldn't believe it. Dan Burn was fantastic. Isak was fantastic. The midfielders, the three midfielders.
Oh my lord! Don't tell me about it.
Unbelievable.
Tonali, Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes. Honestly, we have the best midfield in the Prem.
Is that what you're leading with? Is that what you're leading with?
And
Come on.
let me add. We did it without Gordon, and we did it without Lewis Hall, who are both on the form of their lives this season.
I think that's what makes it so much more impressive for me because you was missing your star players. They are your star players, aren't they? When you look at Newcastle's defence, on paper you'd look at it and think, easy victory for Liverpool, easy 3-1 victory for Liverpool. They're going to walk away with it, and Newcastle are going to be disappointed once again because they've been to 10 finals, I'm pretty sure, at Wembley, and on the 10th attempt, they've finally won. Aye. They've won a trophy and I can't believe it. I'm so jealous because I want Aston Villa to win a trophy so bad. Okay, I want us. Maybe it's the year of the underdogs because Aston Villa are still in the FA Cup.
If you can beat PSG, it's on for you.
Yeah, maybe we're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League. If the FA Cup, right? For example, just to go back to that quickly, right? The big teams. There's not many big teams in it. There's only Man City left, really, that you'd call a big team. So I'm thinking maybe if we can get through a Preston, we've got Preston next. If we can get through that, who knows? Maybe we can do the impossible. And then Champions League as well. Obviously we've got PSG, very tricky tie. They are probably one of the best teams in that competition.
I think they're the favourites to win it at the moment.
I think they're only the favourites because they beat Liverpool, and they were impressive. Don't get me wrong. Dembele is a scary player, and I'm a little bit nervous about that game. But Marco Asensio, right? He's been scoring goals. So maybe he might do something good.
Revenge for leaving PSG, maybe.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That's the narrative I'm gonna run with. Okay. Yeah. But Newcastle, just sum it up. What are your thoughts for next season? Do you reckon you'll keep
buzzing? Because we'll get Champions League. We'll get that this season. No worries. If we don't get that, Europa League, perfectly happy with.
Champions League this season?
Come on now.
Come on.
We'll
Matt.
get that. If we don't get that, we'll get Europa League, and then we'll win the Europa League. Because let's be honest. Easy competition to win. If Spurs are getting this far and United are getting this far in the Europa League, we will easily win it. We get another trophy next year. We sign more players. We keep Isak. We keep Tonali. We keep our big ones. And then our squad is going to be deadly, and then we'll win the Prem in 3 years.
Right. Now, that was a lot of information to take up, Matt. And I can tell you one thing, that was a very delusional opinion.
It's the correct opinion.
There was no facts there given, okay. They were just absolute bias. Because I can tell you now, I want to ask you, right, just one quick question. If Newcastle don't finish in the Champions League positions this season, do you think you're keeping Isak?
Yes.
I don't think you are.
Yes, I think we're keeping him. I think we will, honestly. If we can get into a European competition after winning a trophy, we will keep him.
But how long is Isak going to wait to play in the Champions League? I don't think it will be another year.
Well, who's his options? Arsenal? No. He's not going to go to Arsenal. He's not going to go to Liverpool.
Yes.
He won't go to Liverpool.
Liverpool is on.
Honestly, I think he's going to Barca. Lewandowski, after he retires, Barca's going to poach Isak.
Barcelona, fine. I agree with that. But Liverpool, right, they've got Núñez. He's not the best striker. If you could play alongside Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz...
Yeah, but if Mohamed Salah's leaving...
I don't think he's leaving.
He hasn't re-signed.
I don't think he's leaving. I don't think Liverpool are going to lose Trent and Salah in the same season.
Well, I think you're living in delusion, just like the Liverpool fans. They all thought Trent would stay.
Maybe we'll have to see. But if I think if Liverpool be targeting Isak as the main striker next year, I totally believe that, and I do feel like the only way you'll keep Isak if you get in the Champions League. So then, is that where we're going to end
Shall
the
we just
episode,
wrap it
or
up, yeah?
what do you reckon? Are you
Wrap
happy
it up
with
with
that? 20
final
minutes, yeah. Final thoughts. Okay, my final thoughts are this: the international break. When it's only friendlies, it's not that important. Nobody really cares. Of course, there was a little bit more of an added element to it because of it's Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge, and yeah, that's it's sort of nice to see like who he's going to pick, how he's going to play, the style of play, that sort of stuff. But overall, I saw no like advertising for other games. Like Argentina versus Brazil happened yesterday. I'm pretty sure. I didn't know about it. I didn't watch it because there was no. It wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on TV, right? I didn't see no advertisements whatsoever. So maybe that's my fault. I don't know. But if it was on TV, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you. But either way, the only two games I watched were both the England games, and even then I missed the first one because I was working. So yeah, probably the worst international break for me. A little bit boring, but England are doing well, and we're going to take it home in America 2026, mate. We're going to take the World Cup home because Ollie Watkins is going to score.
We are not getting the World Cup.
What?
I'll crush our dreams now. We're not winning the World Cup. Not a chance.
You got to be.
Spain's going to win it. Spain is going to win the World Cup. I guarantee it.
That's so pessimistic of you. Anyways, Ollie Watkins is going to score the winning World Cup goal, okay, for England, and we're going to win the World Cup because Ollie Watkins is going to be there, right behind Morgan Rogers and Ezri Konsa, okay? It's going to be an Aston Villa spine, yeah? And that's it. That's the end of the episode. So we've only got a couple more episodes left. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Yeah, we got one more.
One more?
One more proper one and then one more.
Yeah? Okay, so we've got 2 podcasts left, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, very disappointing times. But yeah, it's coming to an end. Matthew's off next year to a nice little placement at Red Bull. Just Red Bull, It's only Red Bull, isn't it, Matt?
It's just casually Red Bull, yeah.
Just Red Bull. I'm not jealous, I get to stay in sunny Coventry. Yeah, I get to stay in Coventry.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you love it. You love it here. We all know that. It's an upgrade from Birmingham.
Of course. Mate, Birmingham is the best place ever, okay? I don't get that comparison. But anyways, we're going to end the episode here. I'm not jealous. And peace out. Bye-bye.